Hey, this is Gareth and Bruce. This is our first attempt at a podcast.
We just don't know where it's gonna go.
You got more of the gruff voice. I got more of the
Softer feminine voice.
screw you.
Hey.
I don't know, I felt a little snobby when we hit 10 episodes.
Okay, that's an interesting question.
The two of us can be Vin Diesel. Gareth can drive like him. And I can
You
look
can
like him.
Welcome to Spaghetti Junction. My name is Gareth,
My name is Bruce.
and we talk about things. We just don't know
know
where
where
they're
they're
gonna
gonna
go.
Hello and welcome to the Spaghetti Junction podcast. My name is Bruce
My name's Gareth.
and we talk about things.
We just
Don't know where they're gonna go. And one mic is in the position. There we
Nothing like setting up beforehand.
go. Yeah, thought I had.
So you're actually going to be playing you're playing tomorrow night, a concert or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Live show, should we call it?
Yeah. It's at a very little place. Apparently, like the stage takes up like half the venue.
Oh, okay.
It's like really tiny.
Okay.
But apparently it's got killer sound.
Okay.
And it's kind of like like an audition gig.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that to me. Yeah, to like see if they liked you enough.
Yeah, there's like
To
there's a promoter coming, and there might be opportunities to play at this venue again
Okay.
as well, just to
Yeah.
We're not gunning to play like every weekend.
Okay, you
It's
don't
like,
want that kind of
yeah,
gig.
I mean,
It'll be draining after a while. Let's be honest.
I mean, two of the guys are retired.
And for
You
the
know,
amount of money which you're getting paid,
Yeah,
I
It's
wouldn't do
like-
it every week
it's,
either.
it's definitely just for the fun of playing rock and roll, and
Yeah.
if you get a little bit of money, great. If, it's just being on stage and that.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for that at the moment. So.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
So yeah, we had 2 band practices this week. They went really well. So, and I think this actually might be the last, our bass player's last gig, because we were changing bass players. Did I tell you?
Is he dying
No.
because he's so old? Has to bring in somebody else. Is that how it works? When you
he's
reach a certain, age, it's like, buddy, this is your last time, pal. You're going to go out into the pastures.
He's moving to the coast.
Oh.
They've sold their
Oh,
house.
that's boring. But okay, fair enough. Okay, so you're going to get somebody else.
Yeah, who've met already. He's a pretty cool guy. So
Another old age dude.
no, he's actually younger than me. He's now actually
Whoa.
going to be the youngest guy in the band.
Wow, finally.
Yeah, finally.
You finally
I
got
went from I don't know how many bands being the oldest guy in the band to being the youngest, and now I'm the second
the
youngest.
second youngest.
So yeah, there we go.
Well, there we go, champ.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I wonder if the band's freaking future is written in the stars. What do you think?
That's a nice segue, bro.
Thank you.
It might be, but considering I don't believe in any of that.
Bring in the comments. I'm totally with you.
Yeah.
I researched and gone through a bunch of stuff as we prepare. I already, so I'll read you what astrology from Wikipedia is. I'm sure it's
Please give us
legitimate. This is Wikipedia's view. I never actually know who writes the Wikipedia stuff. I mean, you can literally create your own Wikipedia page and write everything about you that's totally bollocks.
Funny
And
story.
it won't get changed.
Funny story. Remember those years back when the band that I was in went to LA?
Yeah.
The producer that we worked with wrote his own Wikipedia
page.
Like, oh
It,
man.
it shows that you can.
And then when we met him, I'm like, that's why.
Yeah. It helps, I guess, in some marketing forms.
Jeez, look.
But basically, this is under astrology and science. And what is said here, I can actually, I can say that I've actually read that in multiple things. So this is astrology. It consists of a number of belief systems that hold that there is a relationship between astronomical phenomena and events or descriptions of personality in the human world. Now, that's the part that I have read in a few articles. Astrology has been rejected by the scientific community as having no explanatory power for describing the universe. Scientific testing has found no evidence to support the premises or purported effects outlined in astrological traditions.
And
That's a good start.
and yet, according to the American Federation of Astrologers,
Oh, here we go.
70 million people read their horoscopes daily, and that's in the US.
70 million.
Yeah. But that's according to the actual Federation of Astrologers. So they might be crunching, they might be like doctoring the
little.
numbers, they might be cooking the books a little,
63. 70 sounds good. Yeah, exactly.
Although in the year 2000, a survey was taken where 25% of Americans believe that stars and planets influence their lives in some way. That's a quarter of a population of like the world's superpower. Jeez. That's why America's doomed. Sorry guys, you've had it.
Yeah, we gave you a chance.
Yeah, it's crumbling.
Let's move on somewhere else.
The flames are just creeping higher and higher. Yes, like I'm glad I'm living in South Africa for one.
There was a test which this thing says is famous. This Wikipedia says is the most famous, so we'll just believe it. Was headed by a guy called Sean Carlson, and included a committee of scientists and a committee of astrologers. It led to the conclusion that natal astrology performed no better than trance. Anyways, that's what's going to read more, but I don't need to.
Yeah, it's basically like it's basically throwing a dart at a dartboard when you're blindfolded.
Yeah.
You might hit the bullseye if you throw a dart enough times.
Yeah.
And then, but I mean, really,
Are there 12 signs?
there are.
Now, interesting enough, there is actually a 13th.
Yes, there is, which
That-
I thought was really
That other
hilarious.
people who all believe in the stars and everything aligns up. If there's a 13th, which supposedly there is, I don't know, a 13th one, it means that it throws everything else
It does.
out of alignment because there's only, obviously,
It does. So basically,
12 months in a year.
So basically, we've got the ancient Babylonians to blame for
That's
this.
the one, yes.
We
Exactly.
really do. So
Yeah.
if you want to, don't come at us in the comments. Just build a time machine
for
and
a
go
history
back
level
2,000 years
and
to
blame-
Babylon. They didn't do too well because they built a tower and that fell down and
Exactly.
all kinds of stuff. And
So much for the
they really-
stars.
they thought a lot about themselves.
Hmm.
So I don't know if they're to be trusted. And now they come up with this flipping system.
So supposedly there's a 13 star sign.
Yeah, and they basically conveniently left it out
Okay.
because there were already 12 months in the year.
So it wouldn't make sense to have
So
a
they
13th.
decided, well, yeah, let's just keep it. We just rug.
The poor
lift,
little one behind. Shame,
know?
man.
Oh no,
Poor
poor
little-
old little.
What's his name? Or her
She's
name?
like, okay, all right, just give me a moment here because I've been trying to pronounce this all day.
Orpheus or no, not even close. I know it starts with an O.
It does.
Okay, good.
And then
done.
but
Then?
oh,
Go boy.
jeez,
What?
Ophiuchus.
That sounds good. Ophiuchus.
Yes. there we go.
Ophiuchus.
We're gonna go with that.
We're going to go with Ophiuchus.
If you don't agree, make a YouTube video so we can actually hear the pronunciation. But it's astrology, so we really don't care.
Exactly. Make a video and we're not going to watch it. Pretty much.
Well, we might watch it and laugh.
I'll let you do that.
Okay, cool.
You can laugh at both of us.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was this one, and they basically just they had seen these constellations, so they named them and then just assigned them, like the month of they just assigned them to different months on that.
Yeah.
But not a lot of the research, not a lot of my research actually said why they did that. Why they just decided, oh well, there's a group of stars, we're going to name it this, and we're going to assign it to a month. So I don't know why.
Yeah.
Just that's what they did, and
That's how things start.
it just spiraled down from there. But it's quite funny because, according to science and NASA,
I read the NASA one. It's
which I
wonderful.
still kind of trust,
Yeah, no,
I
I think the word NASA is pretty strong.
Yeah.
What do they say?
So they basically and this is also scientific fact that the Earth's axis that it spins on is shifting. It shifts a tiny bit all the time.
Yeah.
So like if where we think, I remember watching that one girl that I watch as she's riding around the world
Yes.
and everything. I remember she hit the Tropic of Capricorn in Namibia.
Yeah.
And she said, "Yeah, I'm at the sign of the Tropic of Capricorn, but the actual Tropic of Capricorn is actually even further north because of the way the Earth has now moved. So what it
What
always
it originally was
is
has
now
changed.
It's not changed, yeah.
Hmm.
Which is,
That shows you.
and I wouldn't be surprised if that's got an influence on climate change. You know, the way the Earth moves and everything.
Yeah.
Obviously, the seasons and climates are
Sure,
going to change
sure.
like that. So
I think that is part of it.
yeah. Yes, Greta, we see you. Shh!
Greta Thunberg.
How dare you?
How dare you?
So what did I find here? What did I find? Yeah. So now because of the Earth's axis has shifted. When you in certain months of the year, when you see certain constellations, they don't line up like
With
the,
that
like
set
the
month.
Babylonians actually said they would. So it's all kind of thrown out of whack. But
Yeah.
so you might be reading the horoscope for Leo, and you might get Taurus results,
Yeah.
something like that, and you wonder why everything's gone to shit.
Dare you?
Oh, sorry.
How dare you? I want to give you, how I told Bruce before we started that the whole history of astronomy is like very in depth and long. I'll just give you like three or four sentences so you know why.
Cliff notes.
So here we go. The historical relationship with astronomy, which speaks about the Babylonians. And this is actually interesting. The first few lines actually make sense to me, then it just gets way too wordy for an early evening. So the foundations of the theoretical structure.
Did you just say theoretical?
Dude, I can't speak in podcasts.
Theoretical.
I'm tired.
I know
Very tired,
this
actually.
This is a Saturday, not a Sunday.
Yeah,
when we normally upload.
we've both been working
And we're
until
both-
2 or 3 and I'm done. So, theoretical structure. Okay, so the foundations of the structure used in astrology, they originate with the Babylonians, although widespread usage did not occur till the start of the Hellenistic period,
Okay.
after Alexander the Great swept through Greece. It was not known to the Babylonians that the constellations are not only a celestial sphere, they are very far apart. The appearance of them being close is illusory. Illusory, yeah, like an illusion.
Yes.
And the exact demarcation of what a constellation is cultural and varies between civilizations. So it's not just set down.
Yeah. Sorry, just to I had a point here just with regards to the Earth's movement and the misalignment basically.
Yeah.
The Earth doesn't just spin; it actually has a slight wobble to it. Now, this wobble takes one wobble takes 26,000 years. It's very slight. It's a process called precession, and it's now over 2,000 years. It's put all these positions off by 30 degrees, which is kind of a big deal.
That's a lot.
But none of the astrologers want to say anything about that, which is quite funny. But anyway. Yeah, I'm sorry, but the whole thought of masses of gas and rock and spitting out incredible amounts of light. I mean, I don't know how many thousands of times bigger than our own sun, which is also a star, and how they have any influence over our lives is. I'm sorry, I can't go beyond that.
I heard you. Oh, now it's gone funky.
Yes, something's going funky with the sound.
I'm fine. Must have.
Must
Anyways,
have been my headphones.
yeah, it's fine. Go away, you stupid bloody moth.
Yeah. So
Do you know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is?
No, I don't.
He's a very big astrophysicist. He's
Okay.
very clever. He's like,
Really.
I do know him actually. I've watched a lot of his stuff, funny enough. So what he says bears weight. He commented on astrological beliefs, saying that part of knowing how to think is knowing how the laws of nature shape the world around us. Without that knowledge, without the capacity to think, you can easily become a victim of people who seek to take advantage of you. For example, horoscopes.
Yeah, it can. I think a lot of astrology is probably based a lot on emotionalism, and a lot of like woo-woo thinking, and that woo-woo magical.
Woo-woo.
Yeah, woo-woo.
I've never been in a magic show where the guy's gone, woo-woo. Woo-woo. Never heard of that before. Woo-woo.
Woo-woo.
Where's that from?
Just like woo-woo.
Where did you get that? Oh, yeah, see, now that's different. You went woo-woo. Then you went woo-woo.
Okay, sorry.
Now
I should
that
have.
last part
Sorry, I
makes sense.
should have led with woo-woo. Magical thinking.
Woo-woo. Okay, the woo-woo.
Yeah, like the whole like, oh, my destiny's written in the stars and all of that kind of thing.
Which they actually use a lot in these romantic teenage movies about the stars. In fact, there's a movie called Written in the Stars or something.
Yeah, there's been.
It's all about the stars.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, but what have we got here? So, like, so in 2012, you had the percentage of Americans had actually jumped to about 34%.
Okay, that's low.
Where they believed astrology to be very scientific or also sort of scientific.
Okay.
So, yeah. So they decided that there was sort of some scientific evidence behind astrology, but then again, that's 30%, 34% of the American population.
Just scary in itself. So, in this article, it speaks about theoretic obstacles, basically.
Okay.
Lack of consistency. So this is basically, around astrology, basically, as to, if it's like really valid or not.
Yeah.
It gives four, actually. It gives lack of consistency, lack of physical basis, lack of predictive power, and lack of mechanism. So I'll read like one or two little things. Lack of consistency. Okay. Testing the validity of astrology can be difficult because there is no consensus amongst astrologers to what astrology is or what it can predict. Most professional astrologers are paid to predict the future or describe a person's personality and life. This is their view, but
Right.
but most horoscopes. So now they're talking about horoscopes, so which we'll go to later, I think. But anyways, I'll just say it again. Testing the validity of astrology can be difficult because there's no consensus amongst astrologers as to what astrology is or what it can predict. There's a people called Dean and Kelly documented 25 studies which had found that the degree of agreement amongst astrologers' predictions was measured at a low 0.1. So basically, there's a lot of people in astrology, like high levels, from what I understand, and also from what I've read as well. It's not just this. They don't all agree on like a set. They all have their own, which again makes astrology slightly dodgy.
Yeah, because I mean, come on, yeah. If you get a group of scientists together, there are certain facts that all scientists agree on.
Yes.
Kind of thing,
Yeah. Astrologers seem to be in another boat.
Well, there you go. That's probably where that whole thing of being based more on emotionalism rather than based on fact.
Yes.
Kind of thing. And,
yes.
And yeah. So.
Exactly.
Oh, jeez. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's really funny because I can almost predict, and I can say without fail, that on almost every date that I go on, sometime during the date, the girl is going to ask me my birthday.
Oh, forget it. Oh, then I want to know about your star sign.
Because she wants to now she wants to guess what star sign I am.
Nope.
And then all I say is, yeah, this is my birthday. Let the psychoanalysis begin. And she goes, no, I'm not psychoanalyzing.
I'll just say my age. That's it. I'm not going to tell her my birthday. Especially on the first date.
I don't tell her the
guess.
year so she can...
Oh, well, I mean, she knows how old I am from our conversation to who she is. I'm not going to tell her. I don't want to... No, if someone gets into the whole star thing, I'm out. No, really.
I do it because it's a fun little discussion to have and everything. And having fun at her psychoanalysis kind of thing. And that's why
No, fair enough.
it,
That's fine.
It's like, and then yeah.
I mean, I'm on a dating. I listen to all these podcasts, and the one woman hadn't phoned back the guy, and she didn't want another date.
Yes.
I can't remember their star signs, but because he was a certain star sign,
She was.
no, she would never date him. But she became like really intense, like as she believed all this hocus pocus, woo. And she was like adamant about this guy, but she was toxic, and I was like, he dodged a bullet, man.
Yeah.
If someone's ever like that, when I date somebody, I'll say one, no more woo woo. If it's again, woo woo.
Yeah. 20 minutes.
So when I was discussing the whole thing of the theoretic obstacles, I spoke about lack of consistency.
Yeah.
I'll just jump into these last 3 points, and we can go into the fun thing of horoscopes. Oh, that's so enjoyable. This at least had like a chance of trying to be at least reputable horoscopes. Yeah. Anyways, we'll go there now. So I did the lack of consistency, astrology has a lack of physical basis. So that whoever these people are, Edward W. James, great, everyone knows who he is. No, anyway, whoever he is, but he's obviously reasonably someone, because he wouldn't be, I don't care. He commented that attaching significance to the constellation on the celestial sphere, the sun is in its sunsets. Sorry, let me read this again. He commented that attaching significance to the constellation of the celestial sphere, the sun is in its sunset, was done on the basis of human factors, namely that astrologers didn't want to wake up early. This is funny. This is legit. And the exact time of noon was hard to know. Further, the creation of the zodiac and the disconnect from the constellations was because the sun is not in each constellation for the same amount of time.
Yes, yeah, not all the constellations. If every constellation lasted for a month, then
Yes.
maybe you could put a little bit of. No, actually, you probably still couldn't. But anyway, but I mean, one lasts for a month. The one lasts for like a week. It's just
Exactly.
yeah. So there's so lack of consistency.
Lack of predictive power. Lack of consistency, lack of physical basis, right? Lack of predictive power. Okay. Some astrologers make claims that the position of all the planets must be taken into account. But astrologers were unable to predict the existence of Neptune based on mistakes in horoscopes. Instead, Neptune was predicted using Newton's law of universal gravitation. The grafting of Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto into the astrology discourse was therefore done on an ad hoc basis.
I'd probably be with Newton on this one. Hey?
Yeah.
He kind of did some stuff that was a little bit more significant. I'm just saying.
And the last one, a lack of mechanism. I don't know where this is going to go, but we'll see. Astrology has been criticized for failing to provide a physical mechanism that links the movements of celestial bodies to their purported effects on human behavior. Stephen Hawking, hello. In a lecture, he said, this is Stephen Hawking. If you don't know who he is, then you definitely don't believe in astrology then, or are aware of what astrology is, should I say, not believe in astrology, because I don't believe in it. So he said, the reason most scientists don't believe in astrology is because it is not consistent with our theories that have been tested by experiment. Full stop. Drop the mic.
Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Stephen Hawking.
It's exactly what it is.
And it's like, I love it. I love when these guys just drop empirical facts. They're like, that's it. Sky's blue, water's wet.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And
Drop
drop
the mic.
Astrologers in the room are like, but. And then they're going,
Lights
cry.
are out already.
Yeah.
There's a guy who said, philosopher of science, Massimo Pigliucci. who obviously is, with a name like that, he knows everything about science and being a philosopher.
Yes.
He commented on this whole astrology. I actually need some rum with my Coke. I actually haven't got it yet. Imagine I did have it. Wow. It's a Saturday. Sorry, guys. He commented saying, he opinionated, and he said, well, then, which sign should I look up when I open my Sunday paper, I wonder? And that's kind of where we're moving into in this last section of this episode is horoscopes.
Oh, jeez. So, so people decide that they can... I think quite a few people don't even get out of bed before they
read, yes.
Before they've looked up their horoscopes.
Yeah.
Should I get out of the bed on the left side or the right side? Should I walk backwards to the bathroom? Should I pee standing up or sitting down? Jeez, how far do you go with this kind of thing?
Yes.
Let me consult my stars.
And we were saying that in all of the so basically most newspapers have a horoscope. Mm-hmm. If you go online, you'll find horoscopes, and they're done daily. And as we were saying before we started this, was that they're always positive. It doesn't warn you in advance of, if I knew that these stars and everything were really true, they must have some insight as to what's going to happen in the next few days.
Yeah, I'd want to know about
Warn me.
I'd want to know about that taxi coming through a red light and T-boning me on my way to work.
There we go.
Yeah,
it'd be very nice.
No, they tell me I'm like a light to the world or something.
Light to the world?
Well, okay, maybe not me. Okay.
Well, let me read you...
Other people are lights to the world. Me, not so much.
True. Let me read you 3, that were in a day. Okay. I don't really care about their sign. What?
Sorry, I'm just being very spontaneous here. We should look up our own for today and just read them and just for interest. That would be cool. I like
Okay,
it.
fine.
That would be awesome. Well, you can do mine. If you don't want to, you have to do yours.
I'll do yours.
Do mine.
That's a great idea. So what they do is they write a little section for each star sign. No, I like it. A star sign is normally per month, correct?
Yeah.
I don't know how this thing works. No, yeah, it is.
No, but it's...
No, but each day they give you a view as to, from each star sign, how your day is going to go. Jeez. So it's not just...
That sounds like a lot of
imagine
hard work.
That, 12 per day. Who writes that kind of stuff?
I said to Gareth, nowadays with technology and artificial intelligence, the way it is, there's probably some algorithm that spits these things out. It's not someone sitting there chewing on crystals and stuff. And just
yeah, exactly. Because people are putting their lives into some random person per newspaper.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you they all are not the same.
All
aren't the same write-ups.
And what's very scary is that, if someone really wholeheartedly believes
that's
in
the problem, yeah.
They'll go well, my destiny's written in the stars. What's the point of me even trying to maybe improve my life or trying to do something different? It's
no, because they would follow the horoscopes as to how they would live their life. So they wouldn't give up.
Also true.
Because that's not a true believer. It's not a true
believer.
Astrology believer. Because if you do believe in the stars, then you believe that... Why are we even discussing that?
I get you.
I don't know. That's my thought process.
Cool.
But I can see also on the other side, really random people.
A lot of people will believe
that they'll just live their life, and what happens is because of the stars.
This is my destiny,
sure.
And, oh well, hey ho, this is my life.
Hey
What's
ho.
the point of even trying?
Hey ho.
Kind of thing. Oh hey.
Hey ho, hey. So 3 from a day. Today is your day. Take an hour off from your schedule.
Wait a minute, what star sign is this?
This is Gemini. Don't really know much about them. I just know one is a bull, one is twins, and that's as far as I can go.
Gemini's the twins, I think.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
I know a little too much.
I just know that Taurus is a bull. Yeah. Although I'm supposedly in the middle.
I am the bull.
I'm actually born in the middle sphere where I can be a Gemini and a Taurus. So not that I even know what it means.
So you're zodiac fluid.
Wow. So put that in my dating profile.
I think that should be included in the LGBTQ all that.
Gemini.
I think zodiac,
The zodiac fluid.
should also now be a thing.
I just know this thing because I was told this when I was younger by a friend or something. That's just why it's in my head. So anyways, Gemini, today is your day. Take an hour off from your schedule and breathe in the positivity you have in your life. Embrace the good in yourself. Affirm who you are, because you are worthy of self-love and appreciation. Right, Gemini. Taurus.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here's me.
You have decisions to make today.
I do.
Make them with a clear mind, with respect for others involved.
No.
And do not be swayed by other people when they do not agree with you all the time. That last part is fair enough for you.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't really give a shit.
I mean, you disagree with me all the time.
Exactly, like
I don't
whatever.
give a shit.
Exactly, it's a true Taurus. And this one, I can't see which one it is. Your day has aligned with possible luck and good fortune. This
Always.
may permeate, and I says may, this may
May.
permeate into a job opportunity, a new relationship, or something to do with travel.
Oh God, there's always travel involved.
Yes,
It was always freaking travel.
yes. But now here's the interesting thing.
Oh, jeez.
Here's the interesting thing about these. I wrote them about an hour ago. They're not real.
Screw you.
I'm just trying to say, anybody can write this shit.
It's awesome. Well done.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
Thank you. But I'm just doing that not to fool you at all. It was just to prove a point that they all sound so similar.
Do
you want your real
just for
one?
interest sake, just find some random
Okay, fine.
grifters flipping website because they're all freaking grifters because they're making tons of money.
What's a grifter?
A grifter is someone who's just like snuffing people out of money based on, the power of positivity, the positivity grift. Basically, it's just the power
Yes,
of positive
I read
thinking.
that people make a lot of money from other people by
Tony Robbins
this
type
shit
guys,
stuff.
and
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey?
I love it.
That kind of
Oh,
seminar,
that person.
seminar that he goes
Yeah,
to at
yeah,
the beginning.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay, Daily Horoscope.
Daily Horoscopes.
This is
Should
from
be 2 words.
Procuralis something. Well, it's no.
You know what
Let's
she
go
sounds-
to al.com because al.com are very reputable.
Oh yeah, well, okay.
Well, in magazine form, I don't know.
Fashion
Okay,
magazines.
I just-
second only to the
Any fashion one.
second only to the train wreck that is Cosmopolitan. But
There we
anyway.
go. Wow, you know more than I do about this.
Mhm.
Okay, so you want to know your Taurus one?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Well, this is an.
This is for today
Okay.
in the Al magazine.
Let me.
Let's see. Right, Taurus daily horoscope. Oh no, but this is 2020. That's not going to help you. Let's be.
No, it must be real and
We
current.
have to be realistic and current here.
I'm sorry, that year's past.
Okay, here we go. This is the daily one
For
for
the
Saturday, the 22nd
22nd.
of January.
Okay, here we go.
Right,
I'm
here we go. You ready?
willing some positivity coming my way.
Taurus. It's very, very short and sweet. Oh, here we go. Right, here we go. Let it load open. Load open. Okay, here we go. Taurus daily horoscope. Then there's a health and wellness.
Ooh.
Then there's a love and relationship. Then there's a career and money. Clever people just make one with all of them at the same time. But these guys are obviously really want to milk you. And you can pay horoscope forecast.
Oh wow!
55% off.
Imagine that.
Where's my bank card?
Imagine that. They're actually charging for this. How surprising.
So here we go. The Taurus, let's just leave it at that. Your normal daily horoscope. So you are going to feel more dedicated. Okay, but now you need to look back in your day and say, yes, I actually felt like that or not. So you are going to feel more dedicated today. And you're going to finish off all the backlogs which may have accumulated today. This part's really good. Clearing this will give you a nice sense of accomplishment. And this will be noticed by the people who matter to you. The result is that you will get more appreciation both at home and your workplace.
What if you live alone?
Dog or your cat. I'll do the health and wellness because you do that really, really well. You need to be humble to endear yourself to your friend.
Humble's a foot, man.
You may have assumed an arrogant attitude without even being aware of it.
Oh no, I'm fully aware.
This is real.
I'm
But you are aware.
I am
That
fully
actually is
aware.
very true.
I am fully aware of my arrogant attitude, and I own that shit. Okay,
That
I
is
own
true.
it.
Actually, that is very, very true. You do.
So thank you.
So this is the best time to start analyzing your past activities rather than criticizing others.
No, I'd stick to criticizing others.
It is a rare opportunity of introspection for you. It's rare. Today is a rare opportunity of introspection. And you should take full advantage of this reflective mood to get closer to yourself. I should say that this side actually might know you.
I am very close with myself already. I have a fantastic relationship with me. Yeah, I put myself first in every single situation.
Oh, Lord. And people believe in this stuff. They live their life like this. Wow. If we went to your career and money, you may be able to meet new people or foreign delegates who will be amiable to you.
Well, I did get an email from some dude in Nigeria who says that he's
whoa.
just inherited I don't know how many,
Oh.
and he wants to give me some money.
Okay, well,
so-
this is what it tells you what to do now with this guy. Communicate with them freely
Where's my phone?
and collect as much information as you can. For this will be of great help to you in the completion of your project. And do not let yourself succumb to any panicking scenario created by your seniors. That's your band. Do not let yourself succumb to any panicking scenario. Maybe the bass player can't play well, or there's expectations from the guys tomorrow night. Don't succumb to these created by your seniors.
My word. The stars are aligning.
So basically, if they make you panic, you already know, don't panic because they're seniors.
I can feel the energy.
Wow.
It's right there.
Wow.
Oh my word.
Wow.
I might believe in astrology.
Woo!
Actually, no. What does it say about love and relationships? That's all. I've just got to hear
No,
that.
shut
just
that
for-
off. Because it's not part of... Okay, I'm Taurus, so I'll take that. I'll take the love and relationship one.
Okay, cool.
And you can laugh. Okay, supposedly you got to have a partner, so that kind of sucks. Because it says that your partner may surprise you today. Oh, if my partner came out of here, I'd be very surprised. Because I ain't got one. The longings and the loneliness will come to an end. You may want to take a step further in your relationship, but ask your partner always. Why? It needs to be mutual.
Okay.
I want to go out with you more. I want to break up. No. I'm not sharing that with you. We are going out. You have found your love after a lot of efforts, so do not act in haste. There is notorious air around your partner. I think it just stinks. It's not notorious. It's just nasty air.
Yeah, they're called red flags.
Notorious air. Okay.
I
Good.
don't know, maybe she might have eaten some dodgy seafood.
That's what
or
I'm trying to
something.
tell you. That's
Yeah.
the notorious air. That's it.
Yeah, anyway.
And that is horoscopes. I mean, come on.
So my thought, and after quite a bit of laughing, I have a bit of a deep thought here.
Good, because I've done my horoscopes from when I wrote it to these, and they're very close. And I always,
You could be a horoscope writer.
I actually could be.
I think you should start a YouTube channel.
And make like one person each day he writes in like, tell me what my day is looking like.
PayPal.
Yeah. You will be giving the maker of this video all your money because it will make your life so much simpler. Okay, cool. Do it.
So I had so my just sort of closing thought is that I think this is such a big thing because I think most human beings have just this innate desire to believe in something bigger than themselves.
Yeah.
Hence, so many different religions in the world, and horoscopes and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we've just got this thing of like we're always searching for this. Is it just us here, or is there something? There's something that we all believe in some sort of. Well, okay, most of us believe that something created the world, whether it's God or whether it's something else or whatever. So I'm not surprised that this is such a huge thing because it is a religion. I see it as a religion.
Sure.
And So
I wanted to, just before we finish off, I didn't bring to the group the Barnum effect.
oh yeah, you were talking about the
So this is actually pretty cool. I mean, I won't go into it all because we haven't got much time. But the Barnum effect, also called the Forer effect in psychology, is the phenomenon that occurs when individuals believe that personality descriptions apply specifically to them, or more so than to other people, despite the fact that the description is actually filled with information that applies to everyone. The effect means that people are gullible because they think the information is about them only when in fact the information is generic. The Barnum effect came from the phrase often attributed to showman P.T. Barnum, which is the Christmas guy, circus, damn you. P.T. Barnum is the guy
I recognize the name.
who actually supposedly began the very first circus, and it was called
Okay.
Barnum's and Bailey.
Okay.
So the Barnum effect came from the phrase often attributed, perhaps falsely it says, to showman P.T. Barnum, that a sucker is born every minute. Psychics, horoscopes, magicians, palm readers, crystal ball gazers make the use of the Barnum effect.
Oh wow.
When they convince people that their description of them is highly special and unique and could never apply to anyone else. The Barnum effect has been studied or used in psychology in two ways, and I'll end it after this. One way has been to create feedback for participants in psychological experiments who read it and believe it was created personally for them. When participants complete an intelligence or personality scale, sometimes the experimenter scores it and gives the participant his or her real score. Other times, however, the experimenter gives participants false and generic feedback to create a false sense. For example, to give the impression that they are an exceptionally good person. The reason that the feedback works and is seen as a unique descriptor of an individual person is because the information is in fact generic and could apply to anyone.
Wow.
So psychics, horoscopes, magicians, palm readers, and Christian ball gazers. That's okay. One worker there. Crystal ball gazers make use. On that note, thank you for listening. Oh, word.
I'm sorry.
It's Saturday. So basically all these people, psychics, horoscopes, magicians, palm readers, crystal ball gazers, make use of the Barnum effect.
And grifters, every one of them.
So that's, yeah, and they charge for it.
Yo.
It's money making.
Oh yeah.
So if you believe in this stuff, sorry.
I think I was actually thinking today it's kind of like up there with what I said in the last podcast about like saying it's the same thing as saying that golf is a sport. And the whole astrology is real. Golf is a sport.
Are you linking it
kind of
with
thing.
golf?
Yeah.
I'll
link everything with golf.
But I think golf has more of a chance of being proven right than astrology.
Yeah, as being
horoscopes.
real, you know, because there's
Yes.
like clubs and balls and a green and stuff, and
Yes.
little go.
Well, at least there's
little
stuff
cards.
happening.
Yes. Whereas,
Astrology and horoscopes.
yeah, pretty much. Not.
So if you do believe in it, go find a crystal ball and gaze at it.
Or two.
Or find someone else's balls.
Find someone else's crystal ball.
Balls and gaze at them. Yeah, exactly. For as long as you want. Just don't give money to these people because they are just there to tell you exactly what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And then milk you your money.
Pretty much.
So you've been warned. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, comforting lies.
Yeah.
So
Don't be stupid.
this has been the Spaghetti Junction podcast.
It
My
has
name
been,
is
Bruce.
Bruce.
And my name is Gareth.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, engage
All
with
that
us in the
funky
comments.
stuff, people.
All that cool stuff. And
Yeah.
we will catch you guys in the next one.
Unless we don't know about it yet, but someone already knows through their stars that something is going to happen before our next podcast.
Maybe if you.
But it's going to be good. It's not bad.
No,
it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be bad stuff.
So I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in the next week.
So am I.
So thank you. Crystal ball gazers, goodbye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye.